Okay guys, so I'm going to start this commentary video a little bit like Mario Kart 8. I really love that, how there's that bit where they're just moving and then it turns into a race. So I thought I'd incorporate that in the way that I start this commentary video. So here we go. Okay, so mirrors to the left. I'm slowing down with anticipation that this guy's going to take up loads of room. There's a bike coming towards me. Mirrors to slow down. I'm not particularly happy with the spacing that I've got here, so I'm just going to keep the bike safe. There's also a bike behind me, but quite far away. Checking to see what the oncoming person's behaviour is, checking my mirror. Yeah, he's decided to give way to me, but if he had come through with any more speed, I would have been worried and given way to him as well. So I'm going to thank him for stopping there for me, and mirrors for the roundabout. Checking to the right, I'm in second. If it's clear, second gear. Checking my mirrors, signalling out, as my rule is basically if there's curb or cement or some kind of like physical thing in the middle of the roundabouts, then signal out basically, because it's big enough not to be painted, so it's big enough to mirror and signal out. It's just a good rule to have. So giving way to the oncoming person, so I've checked my mirrors and going down into first, checking my right mirror to see if I'm being overtaken. I'm concerned about the road on the right and the people picking up all the bins, so I'm just checking my mirrors constantly, looking really far ahead, pedestrians everywhere. Looks fine. I'm going to continue. There's a bend, so I'm checking my mirrors and I'm just gently going back over to the left. There's a woman in the road with her baby, so I've just come off my gas a bit, and now I'm checking my mirrors again to start to potentially pick up my speed. There's another pedestrian on the left and a car parking on the left with his lights on, and the road is a mess up ahead, which means basically that there's parked cars on both sides, so I call it a mess. And if it's a mess, I've got to be careful about people come through it, people committed, people opening their doors, pedestrians around. So I'm checking my mirrors and just giving them some space. I'm concerned about pedestrians around the truck because they're obviously there with their hazard lights on. Checking my mirrors, coming back into the left. Concerned about the white car. At the end of the road, turn left, mirror signal. Concerned about pedestrians. Quite closed on the left-hand side, which means I can't see. Down into first. Yeah, looks like I can go straight away. Looking ahead, see if I can fit through the gap. Mirrors to the right. Looking ahead. I was careful not to follow on the end of the conga line, which basically means attach to the last vehicle that's in front of me. That can be dangerous because if they take a gap, the last gap, I may not know it's the last gap. Checking and giving way to the pedestrian. Checking to the right to go straight on at this roundabout. I'm just going to give myself more time to go to first. Yep, that looks fine. The foliage inside the roundabout is quite high. Mirrors to the left, signal to the left. Because the roundabout had a curb and grass in the middle, I decided to mirror and signal out. If it was painted, unlikely that you need to signal out because it's very small. Zigzag lines, can't park here, can't overtake, lots of pedestrians in the road. No entry sign on the right, can't go that way, pedestrians everywhere. Cars on my right filtering in. At the traffic lights, I want to turn right. This is a one-way road, so I'm going to need to change position. Checking for any cars moving off and checking if doors are open. Mirrors, signal, blind spot. Gently moving over, concerned about doors of the cars opening. Concerned about pedestrians, turning right. Yesterday I had somebody on bike ride straight round the corner from the right all the way round and nearly crash into us, even though it's a one-way street. So do be very careful of bikes not abiding by one-way streets. Me and my student were really quite shocked. Okay, the light on the other side of the road is called a repeater light. I can see both. I know you can't see it in the video here, but I can see the real light, which is next to me near the blue business. So I can see that one, but I can also rest my eyes on the repeater light on the other side. Checking my mirrors. Checking for bikes on my left and the right. Pedestrians are in their masses today. Checking my mirrors. Running my bike, no bikes undertaking or overtaking. As I enter the road, I'm going to gravitate towards the curb on the left. Magnets in the curb, because I'm not overtaking or turning right. Mirrors. Speed by braking. Down into first. Handbrake on. Might enter neutral because I don't know when the lights changed. I don't know how long I'm going to be waiting. Oh my goodness, this woman's dress is absolutely amazing. Where did she get that from? Oh, Oh, I really like it. Mirrors, checking for bikes. Checking my mirrors, concerned about people coming out from the left and the right of the junction. Checking my mirrors to overtake the Royal Mail van. Concerned about the truck on the left. Mirrors. Making sure that I don't block any roads here when I come to a pause. I'm going to keep to the left. Stopping before the road on the left. Handbrake, neutral, just resting my foot for a moment. Mirrors, checking for bikes. Checking for overtaking vehicles. Yellow box, can I get to the other side of it? Yes. If I couldn't, I'd stop before it because it's illegal to stop on the box. Here, I need to be careful. I'm going to stop before the cycle lane. There is not a lot of space there. I'm going to stay before the cycle lane because I can't really clear the junction very well. So I'm just going to let that move a little bit. Let's just see whether the movement affects all the traffic before it turns to a different colour, the traffic light. No, it didn't. Good. I'm glad it didn't move because I think I could have got myself into a bit of a pickle then. Yeah, so I had to really decide whether I could actually clear the junction then, because I didn't really want to be left in a very nasty position, especially when there's a road on the right that's going to let people like the van out. So I didn't really want to get into trouble with anyone, so I stayed before the stop line there, keeping everything clear. Didn't want to be told off by pedestrians walking on the studded area or told off by the people on the right. So I needed to feel that I could get out the junction more then. I think if the truck had moved any earlier, then yeah, I would have entered because then I would have been able to commit and follow the traffic. Checking for bikes undertaking and overtaking. There's a cycle lane on the floor. It's quite heavy moving traffic here. Again, I'm faced with the same sort of thing here. There's a crossroads in front of me. So I need to make sure that I can get to the other side before I cross the cycle bit. Yeah, it's fine this time. See that? I've got loads of space. So it was fine for me to go. Checking my mirrors, searching the area just in case anybody's running through the red lights on the junctions on the left and right or pulling out from side roads. Loads of pedestrians still. Checking my mirrors. The hatch markings are covered in a dotted border, which means use if necessary, but obviously it's not necessary. Can't see any point of that. Lots of pedestrians. This is a pelican crossing. This one has the amber flashing light. Mirrors, and I'm going to be keeping to the left. Mirrors, no bike, no scooter. Checking my mirrors for speed by braking. Clutch has gone down. Going to stop so I can see tyres on tarmac. Tyres on tarmac is a good idea because if the car was to break down, I could pull away easily. Or if I changed my mind and just wanted to go somewhere else. Mirrors to check for undertaking bikes. Yeah, tyres on tarmac, really good for a number of different things. If I got hit from behind, it's less likely that I'd hit them. If they roll back on a hill, less likely that they would hit me or they'd have more time to stop. I don't have to inhale their exhaust fumes so much. Checking to see if I can clear the area. Yes, I've got the pedestrian crossing and the keep clear, so I just had to make sure that traffic in front of me was moving enough before I continued forward. Otherwise, again, I'd be stuck in a very awkward and embarrassing position. Pedestrian near his car, checking my mirrors, speed by braking. I feel confident to be able to queue here because there's plenty of space for the black car. Checking my mirrors. Tyres on tarmac. It's okay for me to be at a slightly wonky position. There's literally nothing wrong with that at all, as long as the oncoming people still have their right to go. Checking my mirrors, obviously warning about the bridge and its height. I've been told that I can't turn right at the next junction. Going to turn left, mirrors to the left. Signal to left. Any bikes? No. Concerned about what's around the corner. It looks like there's a traffic. Actually, no. They were just braking more than usual there, so I just thought I better be careful that I'm not going to block any roads if the traffic is slow moving. Checking my mirrors. Just checking to see if I can clear the pedestrian crossing. This is puffing. There are people at the crossing, so I just need to be careful that it's not going to change on me. Checking. Going straight on, the 12 o'clock theory doesn't work here. You can see all the traffic forming a queue on the right because the left lane is a left turn only and the right lane is the one that goes straight on. The road markings are good here. 8 times out of 10 you'd think about the left lane to be the straight honour, checking my mirrors for undertaking bikes. But here you can clearly see that the right lane has been designed to go straight on here and right if you're going to the gym, that is. Checking my mirrors. Concerned about the van on the right, concerned about the bus, concerned about the positioning. Other people have got through, but I just do need to make my own decisions. Very important that I don't just follow on the end of the conga line, because the person may have taken the last healthy gap that's available, and then if you go, you can get yourself into a right sticky situation. Okay, so let's turn left at this junction. Mirrors to the left, signal to the left. My priority to turn left at a crossroads, very, very likely, unless there was a giveaway section on the floor, because there was a kind of like unusual design to it. Mirrors to the right, overtaking, concerned about doors opening. If you've seen my really stupid video about the hairy hedgehog, I need to give a metre of space to the parked cars. Because I can't really give that in some of these situations, I'm reducing my speed down, and that was helpful for the pedestrian that was fixing his bike there. Some of the vehicles have had their car doors open or the boots open here, so I've just been able to, at my lower speed, be more cautious about pedestrians. I'm considering pedestrians oncoming because of the staircase there. I'm going to go up the road, which is just a bend. Yep, no one around. Looking up the bend first, going down into first gear, and then finding the bike to climb the hill, looking to see if anybody's coming, seeing if there's any pedestrians, looking nice and far ahead, concerned about car doors opening, trying to scan the area for pedestrians. Again, I can't give a metre to these cars, so I need to be careful about how much I bomb it down the road. I need to be careful that if the door was to open, little kid opening it perhaps, that I'm not going to just smash it off, so I'm just taking it easy. Concerned about pedestrians at this junction, give way. There was a triangle and there was also a double line. There's somebody approaching at speed. I think I'm just going to be nice to him actually, because he's going quite fast. Biting point and gas, and successful hill start. Mirrors, tyres on tarmac with the person in front. Checking my mirrors again. Oh. The person behind has got one of those I really wish I could show you, right? The lady behind is like a little old lady, and she's got ski masks on the back of her chairs. I've seen her before as well. It's well scary. I really wish I had a camera at the back so I could show you. Okay, it's my priority over the car on the right who's got the signal on, because I'm going straight on and he had the give way. He was also turning right, so I had the priority. Standard priority stuff there. I can drive over the bus stop here. I just can't park there. Concerned about the Tesco's van going in front of me. I'm just going to release my speed a bit. Yeah, speed by braking. Because I preempted that, it was a little bit less scary when it happened. It's a good idea to have high anticipation about weird drivers. There's a car on the left moving around on the curb. He may open the door. Next door, his passenger may open the door if they've got one. Pedestrians around, looking nice and far ahead. Bus, speed by braking, analysing the space, down into second, analysing the space, off brake, clutch coming up to the bike, yep. Less space, less speed, concerned about doors opening, concerned about people's position coming towards me, pedestrians crossing at the crossing, person parked on the right, pedestrian with a bag on the right, checking my mirrors, pedestrians and cars on the right, pedestrians on the left, mirrors to the right, signal to the right, stopping before the line of the cycle lane. Handbrake neutral. Just monitoring the pedestrians, monitoring my mirrors, no one behind me with bikes. 2 real lights, 1 repeater light on the other side, I can look at any of them. Checking my mirrors, there's 2 lanes on the other side. I could tilt the car slightly to create good vision if I needed to. I've got the black van who I may need to see around, but I need to be careful that I don't impede on the blue car's position. What's the black van doing? He's changed his mind. Checking my mirrors and looking for a gap. Yeah, I've got a gap. Pedestrian in the road though. Yep, that's fine. No problem. Checking my mirrors. Potholes here. Checking my parked cars there to see if they're going to open the doors. Concerned about potholes. I'm going to move my position slightly so I don't have to be in them. Ugh. Checking ahead. Considering the pedestrian on the left, whether she's going to walk across the road. Pedestrians in the road up ahead at the roundabout. Blue car on the right with the lights on. Concerned about doors opening. Careful of potholes. Checking my mirrors. At the roundabout, turn left, concerned about the pedestrian on the left. Speed by braking, looking through all of the bushes. Yep, there is somebody coming. I'm going to stop there. He came at speed. Checking. Yep, it's all good. Why is everyone driving so quickly today? Checking to see if it's all right with the parked cars. Pedestrians everywhere. Pedestrian running. Keep clear. Can I pass it? Yeah. Can I go straight on at this junction? Funny little junction this. There's a centre reservation for me to use if I'm allowed to. Is he going to let me go? No, he's not. Okay. Are you going to let me go, Mr. Taxi? Are you going to do it? No. Okay. No, can't go at this junction. I'm waiting for a healthy gap. People are turning into the side road, but people are really, really close to the turners, so this is difficult. Looking for a gap, checking my mirrors while I'm waiting. Looking for a gap, gosh, it's really busy. Bike on my right. Cars, gosh, it's so busy. I'm going to be here for the rest of my life. Black car turning, but then there's a van behind. Where's he off to? Yeah, he's going straight on. Yeah, he's still got his signal on. Bike, bike, bike. Oh my goodness. Okay, waiting for the light to change traffic. Yeah, you going to let me go, Audi? Yeah, well done. Okay, give way triangle, checking to the left, yep. And then I'm going to signal to the left to go into this side road just in case pedestrians need it. Checking down the, I call it the tunnel of cars. There's a car parked with his lights on facing me. I'm concerned about pedestrians. There's a pedestrian crossing sign as well. So I'm being warned about pedestrians being in the road. I can see 2 pedestrians on the left. Yep, pedestrians in the road. Concerned about the silver car facing us. Looking around the corner really far ahead. Concerned about doors opening. Bollard helps me to know which side of the road to go on. Funny little T-junction on a slant. Mirrors, can't see a thing to the right. Speed by brake, speed by gear into first. Checking, looking right back on this weird junction. Turning right at the crossroads, mirror signal. Stopping before the cycle lane. Tiny little crossroads, this one. There's only one lane on the other side, so extremely unlikely that I should tilt the car. That would just be in the way of the BMW. They would not be happy with me. Resting my feet into neutral. Got the real light and the repeater light on the other side. It is a very small crossroads. Okay, so I'm going to make my way into the middle. Concerned about oncoming people turning. Putting my signal back on because it turned off. Checking my mirrors. Yeah, I think I can make this gap. Looking down into the road to see if it's okay. Nice and clear. I can drive over the bit where people park because there's no one here at the moment. Checking more people on the left and the right to see if they're going to pull out in front of me. He considered it. Checking my mirrors. Almost like a subliminal message about bikes here. Pedestrians. Pedestrians on the left and the right. Crossroads coming up, mirrors. People at the crossroads trying to come out, mirrors. Signal. This is a offside to offside turn written on the floor. You can see it there. So I'm just going to be making my way to the arrow that says to go there. I can make it before the next car if it's clear. Second gear. So that was an offside to offside turn that was written on the floor. Scooters on the left, bike on my, well, in front of me on my left, pedestrian on my right, people using the roundabout up ahead. Checking my mirrors, bike lane forming, checking my mirrors, bike in the bike lane. Speed by braking, the bike still may turn right, so I'm just concerned. Mirrors, speed by braking, giving space to the bike because I don't know where she's going to go. Dog walker. Checking my mirrors and yeah, looking good. I'm concerned about the woman because she did just check her blind spot. So I'm turning right soon. I'm just concerned about her because she checked her blind spot. She's checked her blind spot again. Just going to hold back just because I'm turning right, you see. So yeah, okay. Checking my mirrors. Signal. I'm doing the same turn as her, so that would have been dangerous for me to you can kind of tell, like when well, hopefully you have little tells from bikes like that, you know, they check their blind spot and you're like, oh, okay, you're going to be turning soon. Anyway guys, this is my destination. All right, so I hope this little bit of information helps you and I'll see you on the next video.